again. I'm Pastor Franklin here with my wife Jean for another music corner, this time for March of 2025. And we have a nice tune on today. What can you tell us about hymn 558?
We have a beautiful tune, Franklin. It's entitled Not Unto Us, and it's written by a Lutheran pastor. We have to travel across Lake Michigan and get into cheese and Packer country. He comes from Wisconsin.
Dr. Casper would be happy.
I imagine he would. Pastor Kurt J. Eggert is the author of this particular hymn, both the words and the tune. And what was fascinating was when I went to find out information about the little name at the bottom of the page, I always go to hymnary.org. Imagine my surprise when all I saw was a name and a title, no lyrics, no nothing, everything protected by copyright. I looked again, I thought there's nothing biographical about this guy. What's the matter here? Well, I did a little bit of digging and I found an article online, and it was written by a high school student who was part of a very important chorale that Pastor Eggert started. He created the Lutheran Chorale of Milwaukee, and apparently that's big stuff over in cheese country. And so I had to share some information. The woman who took over the program after Pastor Eggert was no longer strong enough and then subsequently passed away, she had some recollections in a particular memoir entitled Not Unto Us, a celebration of the ministry of Kurt J. Eggert. The book was published in 2001. This is what she said, describing who he was. Pastor Eggert's gifts as a parish pastor were sometimes overlooked because they appeared to be overshadowed by his musical involvement. He was a wonderful parish pastor, a gospel man in every sense of the word. You can tell from the texts of his hymns that he had a deep understanding of the grace of God in our lives, and he had a way of putting that into words. He also lived this understanding. He was a kind and gentle man who always appeared to have all the time in the world to listen to someone with a problem or wait with a family at the bedside of someone who was ill. He was innovative in worship, but the word was always most important. And then there's a description of how he would direct his rehearsals. And he was the sort of director, I know I would have loved to study under him. He loved the message. So it wasn't necessarily keep the beat and get those tunes flowing. It was that music is the vehicle to advance the word.
Of course.
So he would spend many, many minutes on two measures. And he wanted the chorale to get the sensitivity, get the message. Don't just make a noise. Let that message come through. Well, sometimes he would get upset. And so he would be scolding the choir. And according to Mary Prange, he would go on, not a tirade, but certainly everyone knew that he was not pleased. And then at the very end, he would say something hilarious and the choir would laugh. So he was the quintessential director who delivered a spoonful of medicine with a little bit of sugar at the end.
Well, I look forward to hearing it. I know we did verse 1.
We
the first
have
week
already
of March.
done verse 1. Let me explain why I chose this tune. This actually is a VIP Lutheran hymn. It's only found in about 4 hymnals, so we're special. We get this one. But I liked the message for the season of Lent, and I just love the fact that he incorporated some references to favorite hymns of his, Amazing Grace, Rock of Ages. There's a reference to Jesus being our shepherd, abide with us. These are beautiful, beautiful messages tucked into this hymn. And best of all, appropriate for Lent, this hymn takes the focus off of us and puts the focus
where it should be. Look forward to it. That's great information. Let's hear what you got there.
Okay. unto us, not unto us be glory, Lord, not unto us, but to your name be praise, not unto us, but to your name, O Lord, we give. For matchless mercy, forgiveness, and grace.
It is beautiful. It's got a nuance of the old style hymnody, but keeping with the 20th century style hymnody. And you're right, there really are beautiful words.
And so I just want to end with a couple thoughts. And the first one is I feel a kinship to this man I've never met. He was born 1 year before my dad. And so I think of him kind of in my dad's genre. But I also, because I'm married to a man who also writes hymns,
Yeah.
my dear prayer is that at the bottom of a Lutheran page, a hymnal page one day, we'll see the name Franklin J. Dunn.
I don't know that they're ready for me just yet. Mine are more anthems than hymns, but I'll work on it. I'll get right on it.
All right.
You can count on it. Well, that's Music Corner for the month of March. I'm Pastor Franklin with my beautiful wife, Jean, here. And thank you so much for watching. We enjoy bringing these to you. And we hope that each week when you're here at church or at home that you'll sing along with us. Until next time, remember, God is with you and God loves you.